McDonald's on 1019, 100.5, 1450, WGNSSports.com, and BigGTV.
And this portion of the Coach's Show is brought to you by Rick Hall with Rayburn Insurance Agency in Smyrna. Give Rick a call for auto, home, business, and life insurance needs. Find out more online at rayburn.net. John Dinkins back with you here for the middle portion of the show, and we've got a Laverne coach here, and I'm going to let you introduce yourself here, Coach.
Hi, my name is Aaron Pitts. I coach at Laverne High School, and I'm glad to be here today.
Glad to see you. And, of course, Chris has been there several times, and glad to see that he's bringing some of his assistant coaches around. I know the season is not what you guys wanted it to be, just overall, I think you've got to look at the overall picture, though, with Laverne. And let's take the game last Thursday night. Siegel, a really good team, even though they didn't make the playoffs. They're really solid ball club, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. They do a great job of coaching over there. The kids play hard, and they execute on offense and defense, and also special teams. Again, they do a great job. I thought our kids fought hard. In the end, we just didn't make enough plays to come out with the victory.
Has it been the offensive consistency? That has been something you guys have struggled with all year, really, hadn't it? I mean, in terms of they may put a good drive together, or something may go wrong, a miscue, or whatever. But it's the consistency that you guys have been looking for.
Yeah, we've struggled with that all season. The kids are playing hard. As you well know, on offense, you get a penalty, or you get somebody miss a block, or a back miss a hole or something like that, and it just, sets the offense back. You get behind the chains, and it's hard to get first down and get points on the board. Hopefully we can work on that this offseason and get better and get stronger, and hopefully won't make those same mistakes next year.
And defensively, I think you've stayed in games defensively, played hard. But when you're not able to move the ball as well, you kind of stuck in field positions are a problem, I think, sometimes, and it just kind of snowballs a little bit.
Yeah, football's a team game, and offense, defense, and special teams all have to play together and do things the right way. And unfortunately, we just didn't do that a lot this year. So, hopefully, we got some things that we can build on for next year, and hopefully, we can be better in the upcoming season.
Is that what Coach maybe told his group the other night after the game? It's all about next year now. I mean, let's forget about what happened, learn from our mistakes, and move on.
Well, for us, we played a lot of freshmen and sophomores. Unfortunately, we had to do that. But fortunately for next year, they have game experience, and, it didn't work out how we wanted. But like you said, next year now, the kids got experience. They'll have a year in the weight room. So we're just excited about the future, and we're going to build, and we're going to get it turned around.
I think, Coach, sometimes we look at freshmen and sophomore and go, well, they may be talented, but physically they're not as mature when you're playing against juniors and seniors in high school, mainly because of that weight room situation and the fact that they're playing guys that have been through it all. And it does make it for a struggle, no matter how talented they may be.
Well, yeah, think about it. Sometimes you're playing 18, 19-year-old seniors going up against a 14, 15-year-old freshman. That's the difference between almost a grown man and a child. So, just getting in the weight room and getting stronger and, understanding the game more and getting in the film room and understanding your mistakes, but also having the weight program be what it needs to be. I think all that plays a part, and I think it'll make a big difference in the future.
Yeah, and laying that foundation, these guys that you have right now, they are really important to the future of the Laverne program, aren't they? I mean, these guys have stuck with you and have gone through this season, but down the road, when they're older, they're going to be a huge part in the success that you guys build there.
Oh, for sure. We're so excited about our young kids that are playing, and they have a bright future, and I think they're going to do some things at Laverne that, people don't expect, and we're excited to see what they become and what they do, and I think they're excited. They got a lot of experience playing this year. It was unfortunate in the win-loss column, but for them, they got a chance to get on the field, and they got a chance to see, we'll play a freshman. If he's the best that we have, that's who we'll play.
Aaron Pitts is our guest here on the Prentice Salsa Heating Air Coach's Corner. I did want to mention all the things that are going on at Laverne, new construction, a new building, basically. Um, all of those things are exciting for these young kids, and I think it's something that attracts students to come to Laverne, which maybe in the past might not have been the case, but you guys are looking at updating facilities and those kind of things. As a lot of it in the big picture, isn't it? It's just more than just X's and O's.
Yeah, I think our administration, I think Dr. Theowana Hatchett does a phenomenal job at our school. She's a great leader. There's a lot of great things happening at Laverne, like you said, with the new addition and, our welding program, and we have some other sports programs that are doing well. I just think our administration does a great job, and I think in the building, the teachers are behind the athletes, and, the coaches are all rooting for each other. And Laverne's a special place. It's on the north end of town, and, sometimes it feels like we're, trying to figure, just wade our way through the water. But, with the administration that we have and the coaches that are in the building, I think everything is going to come together at just the right time.
How did you wind up with Coach Johnson? Now, let's take a little bit of your personal history here and your story.
Well, Coach Johnson and I were college roommates. We both played at MTSU. We were both defensive backs, and I was in coaching for a while, and I got in administration, and then I got back into coaching, and I went to Georgia, and I was a head football coach in Georgia, and I decided to come back to Middle Tennessee area, and I was just teaching again, thinking about going back into administration or coaching, and he called me and asked me would I come and be on his staff and help him try to build something special at Laverne.
That's interesting that the ties that you guys have for such a long period of time, that makes it a lot easier to discuss things and work together in a rebuilding program. That's got to mean a lot that he's got those kind of people confident. I know his son is there as well. That's got to mean a lot to him.
Well, Coach Johnson's a great leader, and I think he has a heart for the community and for the kids. And I think that the vision that he has for Laverne football is, we're unfortunately this year, and I wouldn't even say unfortunate. Sometimes John Maxwell said you have to fail forward. And, it didn't work out how we wanted to work out, but we got some building blocks, we got some pieces. And I know with his vision and what we're going to do, Laverne won't be down for long. I can promise you that.
I don't want to put you on the spot, but can you give us a couple of players that you're excited about for next year and that you've seen improve over the year? Maybe, and I don't necessarily mean that they're superstars, but I'm saying a couple of guys that you've seen that have really improved that you're looking forward to coaching next year as our SRM Concrete Strong Performers.
Well, I think we had a freshman quarterback get a lot of reps in Deacon Henley, and you try to protect him because he's a young kid, and I think Aaron Samuel's another quarterback, and we have Thomas Dixon, he's a running back, that'll be good. We have some young pieces. Denham Hall plays receiver, has a lot of talent. We have some guys that I think can be special. It's just, you got to give it time. They're freshmen. They got to get in the weight room, and they have to, develop and mature and understand the game better.
It's not a tough league to mature in, is it? I mean, every team you look down there, and like I said, Siegel could probably be number one team in other districts. It's just an amazingly tough district, isn't it?
Well, in this district, you get no weeks off. Everybody can beat you. Everybody plays hard. Everybody's well coached, and everybody's excited to play. You don't get a week where someone's just okay, we're just trying to go through the motions. The coaches in this region does such a great job of preparing their kids and getting them ready for Friday night. So it's definitely a tall task every week, but I think we accept the challenge, and this year we kind of saw what we need to do, and just looking forward to next year.
And as you look forward to next year, I know there's got to be some excitement. I mean, you can breathe a sigh of relief. Well, we made it through this year and relatively healthy, and these kids have learned a lot. But as you go into next year, what did Coach say to them in that last game that to kind of spearhead what's going to happen for next year?
Well, like you said, for us, it was just basically getting through this year. I mean, we obviously wanted to do better, but the things that Coach Johnson just preached, which is the things he preached all year. Get in the weight room, get stronger, get bigger, get faster, learn the game, win the community, win in the classroom, win at home, be a good citizen. So all those things are things that we look forward to about this group that's coming up. This year we laid the foundation. They kind of see, what we're expecting, how we practice, what we expect in the weight room, how we expect them to act as citizens in the community. So I think it was a learning experience for everybody. They had to learn us. We had to learn them. And now that we know that, now we get our plan together, and, we're just excited for next year.
And Aaron, I guess you'd like to see more numbers too, wouldn't you? I mean, the more the better. I mean, in terms of depth pieces.
Definitely, always want more numbers. But we're going to coach who comes out there. Obviously, we're going to try to, hopefully some kids will, continue to develop and continue to come out and continue to want to be a part of the Laverne Wolverines. Like I said, I think what's going on at the school is phenomenal, and I think our administration is doing a great job with that. And now it's on us as the football coaches to develop our kids and make them, hopefully we can start winning some games.
Coach Johnson's a real inspiration, isn't he? I mean, just by talking to him, I know he's got a little preacher in him, but I mean, he is a real inspiration. I mean, he's always got a positive outlook on things, and he knew what he was getting into when he got this job. I mean, he knew it was going to be a struggle, but he just carries on and just keeps working hard. Well,
yeah, nobody said it was going to be easy, and that's one thing that we talked about when he accepted the job, and then I accepted the job with him is, it's not going to be easy. We didn't expect that it was going to just walk in and we win the region and win all these games. We know we have to just put our head down and work and continue to try to be the best that we can be at Laverne. Just like his vision says, just head down working.
The good thing is you've got so many young guys. The future's got to look bright because, you know what you've got, and you've seen some talent out there, and they're just going to get better and better.
Well, we're definitely excited about the future, and I think those guys that, like I said, it was unfortunate this year that they had to play, but fortunately for next year, they will have a year of game experience, and I think everybody's looking forward to it, and I think everybody's they're gonna see a different next year.
I think there are going to be some changes in the facility as well. I think in the next couple of years too, and I know that Coach Johnson's working hard at that too as well.
Well, yeah, we definitely he has a mind that he wants to have things look a certain way, and we want to have the best facilities that we can have and make it, and I think he's doing a great job with that.
Well, he's a good spokesperson for Laverne High School, that's for sure, and you are too, Coach. Appreciate you being on this morning, and good luck next year, and have a good. I guess next thing will be spring practice, won't it? Or I guess.
Yes, sir. We're definitely looking forward to it. We want to get in this weight room for a couple months, and then it'll be spring, and we'll go forward with what we have.
All right, that's Aaron Pitts, the assistant football coach at Laverne High School here on the Prentice Allsup Heating and Air Coach's Corner. This portion of the show brought to you by Las Casas Feed Supply, locally owned and operated by Coy and Jennifer Young, specializing in animal feeds, premium pet foods, farm supplies, and more. We'll be back talking Oakland football when we come back.